Hi, I'm Berwyn Squire. I run a small goat herd north of Swan Hill with some friends of mine. Previously, we used to use visual plastic analysed tags to be able to identify the animals that we were going to keep and the ones we were going to sell. With electronic tagging coming in, what that'll mean is that we will now be able to more easily work out who are the better producers, who are the better mothers to keep, who has the better meat conversion factor for the goats that are going to slaughter, and we'll be able to use the electronic ID to better keep our veterinary chemical registers of what drenches, vaccines the goats receive that we're required to keep. One of the other benefits of electronic tagging is if we unfortunately got a flood or a fire in this area, or someone ran through a fence, or the goats were actually stolen, the electronic tagging means that the authorities would be able to get the goats back to us sooner, rather than us having to ring all the abattoirs in Victoria, put signs up in the local milk cafe and up on social media. The fact that with the electronic tags, someone can scan it with a wand and find out where that animal is meant to be, rather than in someone else's rose garden. One of the big issues with owning a small property is that you can't keep every animal, even though you'd like to. You've got to work out how many animals your property can run in a drought when you've got minimal feed, and you've also got to work out how much feed you have to bring in. So having the electronic tagging means that you can have computer programs where you can go through and find out who are your best producers, who are the better mothers, who's reared twins, triplets or a single, and use that to help make your decisions on who you're going to keep in times of drought, or who you're going to sell on to somebody else who might have more food, or who you're going to sell to slaughter. For those people who have got livestock who don't think they need a proper identification code and don't think that analysed tagging applies to you, your property identification code is like a driver's licence, and the analysed tags are like the number plates on your car. When you come to sell livestock, you're required to provide what's called a National Vendor Declaration. That is like the registration for your vehicle. And it's also recommended that you also provide a health statement, which is like the mechanic's report on your car. So the situation would be, say, you wouldn't buy your daughter or son a vehicle that's not registered and that isn't roadworthy. So you don't buy livestock that you don't know are healthy, identified, and come with the proper paperwork and come with the proper ear tags.